to increase your payout. So for this one, Ilia Topuria total takedowns, and for Topuria to have pounds to knock down Alexander Volkanovski 100. All right, now versus Topuria, presented by Crypto. All right, so it all comes down to this, as one of the most to successfully defend his featherweight crown, Spain's Ilia Topuria.
Yo nací para ser peleador. Cuando más fe tengo,
legit prospect out of
Ilia, and so devastating.
Oh! Muy peligroso. Tienes que tener.
Come in and take his head off.
Oh!
Count. He is a A+ striker. Oh, that's tight.
He tapped.
Still undefeated. Oh, huge combination.
I'm coming for that championship back.
Alexander Volkanovski, the greatest featherweight of all.
Came when I have that structure.
Inherent risk for Alexander Volkanovski stepping up without a
Featherweight champion of the world.
I'm sure there's people down, and when I'm put in these positions, that's where I shine.
He is a tank. He is an absolute power, ground and pound, and you're wrong time and time again.
Still the
Story right now.
Ilia been running his mouth.
I'm hungry, hot, undefeated.
I know that I can finish anyone. I'm gonna knock him out in the first round.
He's out. He's out.
He's going to be in for a rude.
The bounce back. You'll see me as the dominant champ that I've been.
And he can maybe get a title when I'm not around.
Ganando de forma espectacular.
Hundreds of Spaniards, their country's top fighting son, Ilia Topuria, UFC championship moment at 27 of martial arts. On his resume, he is calculated, he is calm, and from the long-standing featherweight champion.
When Volkanovski, what you hope for is destructive, that it makes you want is Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria, any of his movements, he has a complete gets the determination and the, up until now, dangerous fighters, like cracked in the head with a head kick. At light so fired up for this fight.
Tonight's prep, Ilia Topuria has spent a lifetime combat which is applicable to mixed martial Volkanovski has faced, and he is as confident and dedication, knowing that he has left no version of himself tonight, and that is why he's walking in. I am the featherweight champion of the world, and I will.
Topuria has been forged by his MMA journey. Right, he has suggested that he said, and I quote, "I'm the best." The UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski. The MMA passion is really what comes breaking down this title challenger, and Volkan, way he came as the undisputed best in the world.
Knocking back contender, #1, tied Mark Zuckerberg. He's throwing balls with Tom Brady. He says when he looks at Topuria, his boxing course was against Islam Makhachev, and he stepped up for this career tonight. Speaking to him this week, Joe, that's just a myth, that's just a number.
Makhachev fight was legendary. Came from the current lightweight champion. You can see it in the training, you can see it in full camp and full preparation, like champion, and he believes he will reign supreme.
As we mentioned, 9th straight UFC title was on Thursday. He wants to make Topuria his championship training camp into 2 separate win prime. Much, of course, has been made of the numbers in weight classes. 170 pounds. Volkanovski is nobody's statistic, and he is out. Event Tail the Tape is brought to you by VeChain, the official blockchain. 27 years of age. Topuria 1-inch. Volkanovski will have a reach advantage of 2 and 28-year UFC anniversary this month.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is evening. Sanctioned by our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon. And when the action begins, our referee and bout is brought to you by Kung Fu Pao and New Amsterdam is in your corner. Who goes in the world? This is the moment. Live from California. Featherweight championship first. Fighting out of the blue record. 14 wins, no loss at 144 and 1/2 pounds. Presenting the number 3 ranked challenger. And now, a mixed martial artist, holding hands, 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing out of Winday, New South Wales, reigning defender, featherweight champion, the
A question from either of you. You've already touched gloves. You want to do it again?
Fight. Never.
Wow. Volkanovski, can you believe just how calm he is?
I know. Topuria is so confident.
Line challenger Ilia Topuria is in red.
About finishing this in the first round, or just trying to sell the fight.
Right.
Little things that he does. He'll kick, he'll swing.
The lead leg by Volkanovski right away.
A lot. Topuria is looking to explode, cutting him as well.
And preparing him for a different style. Low kick.
Almost took him off his
challenger. The boxing heavy style. That's why I'm interested to see what strategy.
from Topuria, connected with the jab there as well.
Action early from the challenger.
Holding the
Volkanovski might be having a problem already with that low kick.
Topuria stung him with that right hand as well.
And now he switched stance. The count.
Advantage.
Hitting on every one of his feints, every one of his movements.
Coach Dean Thomas, 2 minutes to go.
His head every time. If Topuria throws an
big right hand from Topuria.
Knockout power and accuracy.
And that, of course, up 10 pounds.
A weight class against the pound-for-pound #1 in the world. Fight. Talking about the... No.
Volkanovski has chin down.
Yeah, he's getting revenge, paying him back.
And he kicks. You're going to see a lot of that from Volkanovski.
Good left hand and said something to him. I got you there.
There's a nice entry, but...
Topuria is starting to wear it a little bit upstairs.
Good kick.
Both men.
You're doing a great job. Very good job.
From Volk, very heavy, particularly Topuria that spun him around. Good left hand by another one. Straight left by Volkanovski.
Volkanovski landed 5 more significant.
So calm all the time. Never lets to the kicking.
He's just so done. He doesn't give you a chance to pattern him.
Back at him, he goes back and then starts to circle. He's now an eat a combination from Topuria.
Volkanovski in perpetual motion, southpaw.
With the jabs, Topuria's loading up, looking for the knockout.
He pulls back. He's pulling back straight.
Right hand, left hook. Might be hurt.
They break quickly. Nice knee by Volkanovski.
Up to the body and to the head are beautiful.
You see the early bodily investment by Volkanovski.
Volkanovski's trying to essentially put Topuria on the back foot. He's kind of just cutting off the cage, stalking him.
Topuria's timing that kick of Volkanovski. Big welt on the calf of the champ.
Nice jab by Volkanovski. There's another one. Good
That's
right
a nice
Up the center line, cutting angles. All these exchanges, you watch Volk pull back.
Yeah, he's got to be careful though that he doesn't leave his chin off Topuria.
Topuria getting.
He's starting to wear it on his ass.
Snapped it off beautifully there. to many. 7-year-old Spaniard is...
Oh my goodness. That was
a real deal.
Ilia Topuria there with Joe Lopez.
Again. That chin, out cold, one shot.
With this right hook now. Boom.
Out cold. And he's still down. I mean,
this. Boom.
Down.
Oh.
Out. Wow.
Right hand on the button. Asking Joe Lopez what was the UFC featherweight champion. The reaction from the
Topuria. He was confident all week. He said he got the finish, like he said. That man is an absolute legend. Competitors and human beings. The Georgia stand up. Ilia Topuria.
This could very well lead to an MMA native Spaniard who had competed in the UFC octagon is likely soon to follow. So the Alexander Volkanovski featherweight ring bettors wondered aloud why this fight was essentially...
He has skill in every department. He's got the speed all week. He predicted this. He talked to them. So did Volkanovski. But look at this, 13 finishes.
Well, soon his undisputed UFC tonight at UFC 298.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee seconds of round number 2. Still undefeated, champion of the world, Topuria.
Congratulations. Ilia, you called mission. How does this feel to you now?
They're gonna tell you you can do it. They're gonna knock panic in this life. It's your self-faith, and everything is possible. Look at...
Is it about this fight that made you...
I worked so hard. One day, I will become a UFC world champion. Come from, if you know where you're going, it's much...
I want you to take a look at the big screen and enjoy this, because grown in the UFC, and certainly in a world champ here, you close the distance.
Call. A long combination.
The new undisputed UFC featherweight, you defend your title. And
it's showtime. It's time to take the UFC to Spain.
Ladies and gentlemen. Alexander, give me your thoughts on it.
Well done to him, and he got me. So credit to him. Obviously, maybe we do a rematch over there in Spain.
Yeah, no matter who you fight and where you fight, it is an honor.
Of an immediate rematch after losing his title. Volkanovski did win. Celebrate, easy to enjoy, and wheels up to Spain for us in the not too distant future, Michael.
But we have to give the respect that he did, like crazy, misguided, 15-0, 13 finishes. And then in round 2, I mean, the way that he put him to bed, that right hook, puts it to bed, unbelievable.
His technique is so precise. All of his movements are perfect. And it's his submissions, his kicks, his punch precise. And he fought one of the guard, but it's also an ushering in of a new day are the greatest fighters of all time. They have seen it and cherished those in that labor, and this sport continues to is the limit for this guy. It really is. He is kickboxing.
He's as good as they come when it comes to combine the fights. He's only 27.
Performance, what a victory, and more exciting. And with guys like Ilia Topuria in a whole new country of Spain now. Before now, we have one of the best in the sport. Won the title, but I think this guy's one of the best fighters
seen in the UFC. The way that he sets up the shot, it's gonna go. You combine it with everything else. He ain't no one attack any fight, whichever way he chooses.
That knockout power, he's not like relying in the perfect technique to get it off. Goodness. My goodness, what a
going to be in Spain in the next 12 to 18 months. This figure proved prophetic, right? Doesn't have to change the Instagram. Speed and power are on my side. No, Volk had his moments there in round 2. That right hand.
Josh is very different, right? He's just, my goodness.
You may have seen a tweet up in this context because he was to face Ilia Topuria. Certainly, Volkanovski could lay claim to an immediate guy that wants to fight this next generation, the up and...
Most certainly. And then there's another thing to take it road like that. If I was in, if you're gonna fight again at 35, We don't know whether he recovered completely.
And of course, Volkanovski, does he on paper deserve, but does he really want to step back in there? Not of one, but of it all is huge. Not only the physical aspect, important is psychologically what that done on his side at 35 years old. So, congratulations to this man. He's going to reign.
And Joe, I'm so glad that you acknowledge, because we are just seeing a constant what it does from here, because at 27 years old, you could argue he's,
you know how wild that's going to be?
Yeah.
Guys, what a night. And Joe, I do have a Valentine's Day, which you deserve. But tonight belongs to Ilya. A goat for the goat. Happy Valentine's Day. Next few months, what's coming up? Brought to you by Riz Pharma, officially out. So Mexico City. Tough act to follow. Brandon Moreno and Brandon Roybal. That one's on. Strike versus Gaziv from the Apex, 4 p.m. Eastern versus Vera. That rematch live from Miami on Pain. Tai Tuivasa and Marcin to UFC 298. Volkanovski versus Topuria.